What would you do if your liberty and freedom was being infringed upon? Would you be able to even recognize if your liberty and freedom and your constitutional rights was being infringed upon? You see, these are the questions that I hope to answer throughout the course of this video. But as you can see over here, right, to the lower left, we have a clip where Dr. Fauci admits that there was no clinical trials conducted to substantiate the 6 feet rule, social distancing, COVID guideline. There was no such clinical trials even conducted. I want you to check this out, y'all.
Overseas now, and Dr. Anthony Fauci has admitted there were no clinical trials to back up the recommended 6 feet distancing guidelines during the COVID-19 pandemic. The former head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases has fronted Congress for the first time since he retired from public office, where he was grilled on the origins of COVID-19.
The man who became the face of America's coronavirus response has become one of the country's most divisive figures. For the first time since he left his job as the head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, Dr. Anthony Fauci fronted Congress for a grilling.
The accusation being circulated that I influenced these scientists to change their minds by bribing them with millions of dollars in grant money is absolutely false and simply preposterous.
The hearing became heated at points.
Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor, you're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer. I want to talk about this right here.
They're treating you, Dr. Fauci, like a convicted felon. Actually, you probably wish they were treating you like a convicted felon. They treat convicted felons with love and admiration.
Dr. Fauci admitted that the social distancing guidelines to stay 6 feet apart had no scientific basis.
I said that it is not based in science and it just appeared. It actually came from...
It's not based on science and it just appeared. You see, this is what's so crazy to me, right, you guys? Check this out. What's crazy to me is that you actually had a whole pandemic. You know, some people even went as far as to call it plandemic. Why? Because of things just like this. Do you remember how many people were ostracized when COVID first came to the scene? Do you remember how many people lost their jobs, their livelihood? All because this man over here, this man, actually imposed all these guidelines. You gotta wear the mask, you gotta take the jab, you gotta do 6 feet social distance, you gotta do all these things. And for thinking people, for people that actually operate with self-autonomy, these were the people that actually was just like, why are we doing this? Yeah, I don't think I'm rocking with this, right? And these were the people that were demonized. These were the people that were called crazy, that lost their jobs, all because now, 2020 hindsight, we in the year 2024, you got this man literally admitting that there was no clinical trials. Would you look at that? You see, this is the thing that I would like to know, right? And maybe you guys could chime in the comment section. But where are all the liberals now? Where are all these people that, you know, try to dare call us crazy, that dare call us, you know, a crackpot, or they try to defame our character? They said that we were actually compromising the safety of the public. Where are these people now? Will they actually come out to the forefront and admit that they were wrong? These are the questions I have. Will they actually come to the forefront and actually say, you know, we just didn't get this right? Or will they operate in pride, in a prideful nature, and just, you know, it is what it is. We all make mistakes. Like hell. I mean, the mistakes that these folks made cost people the ability to provide for their families. Man, this is utterly disgraceful. Let's keep going, y'all.
The CDC. The CDC was responsible for those kinds of guidelines for schools, not me. So when I said that it just appeared, it appeared. Was there any science behind it? What I meant by no science behind it is that there wasn't a controlled trial that said compare 6 foot with 3 feet with 10 feet. So there wasn't that scientific evaluation of it.
And hit back at any suggestions he was involved in any cover-up to try to discredit the lab leak theory.
But I don't think the concept of there being a lab leak is inherently a conspiracy theory. What is conspiracy is the kind of distortions of that particular subject, like it was a lab leak and I was parachuted into the CIA like Jason Bourne and told the CIA that they should really not be talking about a lab leak.
Thank you.
I had no input into the content of the published paper. The second issue is a false accusation that I tried to cover up the possibility that the virus originated from a lab. In fact, the truth is exactly the opposite.
While the hearing went over many aspects of how America handled the COVID-19 pandemic, the focus for many lawmakers was ensuring that the country is better prepared if another pandemic were to happen.
Dr. Fauci, whether intentional or not, you became so powerful that any disagreements the public had with you were forbidden and censored on social and most legacy media time and time again.
Yep.
This is why so many Americans became so angry, because this was fundamentally un-American. If I make a mistake, I answer to the people of Ohio who elected me and to my own conscience. When you and your agency made mistakes, Dr. Fauci, what happened? We all need to be held accountable.
Woo, man, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? You see, what this man had so eloquently explained was literally what we all dealt with. And what was that? You see, everybody needs to be held accountable. Everybody across the board, right? Needs to be held accountable for the things that they say, for the things that they do, for the things that they prevent other people. And, you know, when you infringe on other people's rights, everybody should be held accountable. And everybody is held accountable. But when it came to Dr. Fauci, this man, it seemed like this dude had taken the jab, not just for his safety. This man took a jab for all scrutiny as a whole. This guy was completely immune to any type of scrutiny, because anybody that dared speak against this man was automatically demonized. And this is what I don't understand. I just don't get it. Maybe you guys can help me out. I know you guys are intelligent folk. Please explain to me, how did we not question this man? Now, I'm saying we, I'm using that term very loosely. There was many people who could see the forest for the trees. They could see something just ain't right. And some people were willing to lose their jobs. Some people were willing to be criticized. But again, do these people get any form of reparations? Do they get any type of help financially for all the money that they have lost? These are the things that I would like to sincerely know and understand. Because again, this man, because he, out of the figment of his imagination, you just heard what he said. He said that we didn't conduct to see whether it should be 3, 6, 1. So in other words, it was just this. You know, it's so funny. It had to be the number 6. Just to show you how the devil works. It had to be the number 6. It just had to be the number 6. Because it's a clear sign that the devil is operating. And this is the thing that I would like to understand, right? What would it take for you to give up your liberty and freedom? That's the question that we need to answer. You see, my belief is that all it takes is for these government politicians, these doctors of the world, these quote-unquote scientists, self-proclaimed scientists, all they got to do is impact your finances. Yep, that's all they got to do. They got to hit you where it hurts, which is your pocket. Why? Because many of you love money so damn much that you will give up on your morals, you will give up on your convictions, all because now they're impacting your wallet. Isn't it a damn shame? Now I can see why Jesus said you cannot serve two masters. You can either serve the Most High, Yah, or you're going to serve Mammon. And many people have chosen Mammon. Yep, many people have chosen Mammon, that money. Yep, that's exactly what they have chosen. Because, you see, where are the people that's going to stand on the courage of their convictions? Where are those people? Again, I would like to believe that the people that's actually listening to me, the intelligent folk, that you are those people. But it's so sad because majority of people, and especially the people that actually run this world, and they are the majority, the sad thing is that the majority of these folk, these liberals, they are so damn spineless. They wouldn't ever dare to actually come against the government because they don't use their mind. They don't actually think as a people. And yet, here and still, like I said, 4 years later, now that we're 4 years removed from all this, conspiracy and all this, it wasn't a conspiracy, excuse me, that's the wrong choice of word. Now that we're 4 years removed from all this rhetoric, this hoax, this plan, now that we're 4 years removed, where are the people that are actually going to come out and say, you know what, we were wrong. We made all of this up. We need to be held accountable. We need to actually help these people that actually lost their jobs. Dr. Fauci needs to be put in prison. And that's what he needs to do. That's what needs to be done to him. He needs to be put in prison. A lot of these companies that fire these people unjustly, they need to give them money for all the money that they have lost for all those years. Oh, yeah. But, hey, who am I? I would like to hear from you guys. Please put it in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this whole situation? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, I find this completely and utterly sick. It is so disheartening to believe that this hoax has gone, done its course, ran its course for so long. And now we, again, all I'm asking for is some type of justice to be served. Some form of justice, something needs to be done to actually hold this man, Dr. Fauci, and anybody that was affiliated with him and was pushing the rhetoric of 6 feet, social distancing and wearing the mask and things of the sort. These people need to be held accountable. That's all I'm asking for. But what say you? Anyway, with that being said, Nick over and out. The message sent. Jesus is King, y'all.